Laura, you're good to go.
All right. Hi, welcome. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's PD Coordinators webinar. I am Laura Greer here at the T-Call office. I mostly just help manage the PD portal for those of you who might not be familiar with me. So today we have a lot of good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and move us forward to the agenda. Um, We've got some background noise
Yeah,
somewhere.
I'm
Okay.
working on it.
So on our agenda, we're going to take a look today at the upcoming dates and locations for the literacy symposiums, webinar announcements, what we have coming up with like Tech and Tell, Manager Monday, those webinar series, a couple of training announcements, a reminder about the deadline for PD plans, and then finally we have a handful of PD portal announcements. So to get us kicked off today, we have Liz. No, we have Deb. Sorry,
Sorry.
Deb. I skipped ahead on my other screen. Deb, go
That's
ahead.
okay. Thank you. Krista Mosier, while we get started, could you send Lori the information to get onto the call, please? She seemed when she tried to get in, it said that the meeting was canceled. So if you could send her that, I'd appreciate it. So Paula is meeting with one of our trainers on the road to hand off some meeting materials, and I told her I'd be happy to share this information. This, again, is the 1920 Literacy Symposiums. She has added a few more dates since the last time she shared the information. Um, she wanted me to remind you that although this is for non-funded AEL programs as literacy providers, but they were really open to everyone. So look at these dates here, look at the locations, and I will put Paula's email address in the chat pod. If you have any questions, you can certainly send her an email. That's it. Thanks, Laura.
All right, thank you. Now we have Liz. Liz, will you tell us about upcoming Manager Mondays, please?
Yes, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining us today. I am going to share a little bit about Manager Mondays. Our next Manager Monday is coming up this Monday, October 14th. That's from 12 to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this month's focus is on ways to increase MSG performance. We will be having two guest presenters. One of them is Linda Webb from Midland College, and the other is Dr. Eduardo Honnold from the Far West Consortium. They're going to be sharing best practices on how to improve measurable skills gains, something that many programs are looking at right now, where their first quarter reports are coming out. And they're going to share how you can replicate some of the strategies that they will be discussing. So we hope to see you there. And then on the next slide, we do have our upcoming dates for the spring session listed on your screen there, and all the registrations will be posted in the portal as the months approach, and we'll have fascinating speakers and topics to share. So please stay tuned, check out the PD portal, and of course we'll be emailing out those announcements. So thank you, Laura.
Thank you. We have a couple of slides here that I will go over on behalf of Olga, Workforce Wednesday webinar. This month's Workforce Wednesday is taking place on October 23rd from 12:30 to 1:30. The topic is exploring resources to teach personal success skills with Sandy Goodman from World Ed. You can take a second there to read the description. Sandy will help with learning about resources and strategies that teachers and advisors can use to teach workforce preparation activities. November's Workforce Wednesday will be from 12:30 to 1:30 on November 6th. Student Success Initiative with Elizabeth Elizondo from the Region 20 Alamo Consortium will be the presenter. She will be providing information on their student success initiatives. These were created by a team of career navigators within Region 20 AEL Consortium to inspire and motivate students to persist in their educational journey. And I forgot to mention this on the last slide, but registration for these is available in the PD portal.
Laura, could you speak up a little louder, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, and then our December Workforce Wednesday, still from 12:30 to 1:30. This will take place on December 11th. And this one is Soft Skills for the Jobs of the Future, Part 2. And you'll notice at the very bottom of the description, it says that this session is a continuation of the presentation that was provided in July, which was the future of jobs and where to find them. And I'm pretty sure if you want a refresher on that course before you attend the December Workforce Wednesday, that the future of jobs and where to find them is available in the PD portal for request. And again, registration is available in the PD portal. And then our next slide here is a list of the upcoming dates for the 2020 year for Workforce Wednesdays. So on the left side there, there's a date, January calendar, January through December, a list of all the dates for 2020 Workforce Wednesdays. And again, those take place from 12:30 to 1:30 on a monthly basis. As we get those scheduled, we will make announcements at each of the PD coordinators' webinars. And then next, I believe we have Anne Marie, who's going to talk about some upcoming Tech and Tells.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me okay.
Yep.
I just realized that these are very much October colors. So I'm excited to talk about October's Tech and Tell webinars. This month, we are very lucky to have a discussion on crowded ed learning. And if any of you are following the discussions on the links, links is having a discussion with Jeff Gumas in the last couple weeks talking about crowded learning. But we are lucky to have him presenting for us in Texas. So let me share just a little bit about what we're going to be doing. This Friday is part 1, October 11th, and registration has been available in the PD portal for quite some time. And part 1 is Jeff is going to just introduce this amazing resource, which is basically a digital library of free and open educational resources aligned to academic, employability, 21st century competencies. And educators are sure to find a variety of lesson plan ideas for the classroom. And in part 1, he's going to spend some time talking about the difference between open and free, which can be kind of a bugaboo when we talk about, open educational resources on the web. And then on part 2, he's going to take us a little deeper into the actual digital library and have participants really see and look to see if they can find what they're looking for. This has really been a 3-year project, and a lot of work has gone into it, so I'm very excited that Jeff is going to be joining us. And again, this is going to be part 1 is this week, and part 2 is going to be next week. And then I'm working on the November lineup right now, but I think Ms. Molinari is going to be presenting in November for the November Tech and Tell. So stay tuned for information on that. So thanks, Laura.
Great. Thanks, Anne Marie. Up next, we have a slide where we're going to pause and see if anyone has any questions that have come to the surface in the first 10 slides.
We actually have a hand up from the participant named student. So I'm going to unmute them. I'm not sure who student is, but you have your hand up. Is there a question?
Oh,
their hand went down. Okay.
All right. Nothing in the chat pod then, Deb?
Nope.
All right, great. We will move on, and Anne Marie, we're going to come back to you for the upcoming training of trainers.
All right. Hi again, everyone. This is an upcoming training of trainers. This is Going Standards 2.0, and this training, this TOT, is going to be offered on November 7th and 8th. And November 7th is going to be all day from 8:30 to 4:30, and November 8th is going to be 8:30 to 12:30. And this is going to be located at San Jacinto College in Pasadena, Texas. and attendance is required for both days. And I want to give a shout out to Denise Arand for hosting this event for us. Thank you so much to her and her staff. And I will be presenting this TOT, so I want to kind of go over kind of the logistics. There's an application for participants, and it is available right now. So if you have questions, Deb can put the link in the chat pod. The application went out on the listserv. It's been out for about a week, and it is really a 1.5-day workshop where participants are going to learn to deliver 2 3-hour workshops on integrating Standards 2.0 activities and lessons. And the application deadline is tomorrow, and applicants who are selected will be notified no later than next Wednesday, October 16th. So we have had questions about how is this different if you attended the introductory training and the regional trainings during the rollout this past spring. And the way I describe that is this: the content of the training is the same, or about 75% of the content is the same. So if you went to the regional training or you sent a team to the regional trainings and they got a memory stick with all of that information, then you're going to have all of the material. But what's changed is it's been repackaged. I've repackaged everything into a session 1 that's 3 hours for teachers who are very new to the standards and need some introductory and contextualization. And then session 2 is going to be a deeper dive into Standards 2.0 and contextualizing lessons and activities. So if you would like a completely scripted, the PowerPoints are scripted and there's new handouts, and I have added some new realia. So I just wanted to give that clarification because we've got several questions on that already. So thanks for the time for explaining this. Thanks, Laura.
You are welcome. Thank you. We have Krista up next. Krista?
Yes, I am here. So many of you or your staff attended Peak Performance 1 assessment regional trainings that TCAL did around the state. And we just wanted to announce that that is available for you to contract with a trainer and have them come to your local program if you wish. And this is a Tier 1 event, so please understand that you will be using your own PD money for this. But your PD specialist can help you arrange a trainer and help you contract with the trainer and like that if you need that assistance. If you go to the PD portal and put in the search Peak Performance 1, you can go to details and you can see the list of qualified trainers that are available for this peak performance. And this one I don't need to talk about. After the biweekly director's call this morning, we have a volunteer, so we're just going to move on.
Very good. I think those are all of your slides then, Krista.
Yep.
Thank you. Moving forward, we have Deb on behalf of Beth, I believe, talking about the Leadership Excellence Academy.
Right. Thank you. Yep. So we've got, again, we discussed this on the director call this morning. Beth and Olga and Robin and some other folks are in Austin today and tomorrow for the ILEA and ALEA trainings for the Leadership Excellence Academy. Our new cohort application is going to be coming out in November. Now, we're hoping to kick this off in January, and we're making it such that it's going to be the complete year. So it'll start in January, admins and instructional leads, and will end in December. So we're very excited about this. You know, the one we have this year, because of the timing, was more of a compact version of LEA. So we're very excited in our planning stages now on what we're going to be able to offer for the new cohort coming out in November. So stay tuned for that.
Great, thank you. We have another question slide. Pause for a second to see if anything's come up.
Okay, no questions.
All righty, let's keep rolling. We have Krista next, who is going to talk about the PD plans.
Hello again. All right, yes, as all of you know, the PD plan is due to TWC by October 15th. I know some programs have already finished and have sent a copy to their PD specialist. We also keep them on record here. So if you need help, again, reach out to your PD specialist. That is what we are here for. And get them in by October 15th.
Okay. And then Deb, it's back to you for TABE testing times.
Yep. So again, I'm doing this one for Tracy and Robin. I'm sure you guys have already heard this. I think we've already sent out some information, but they have some new testing times. What you see here is just what I'm going to read from the slide. NRS has recently approved the new testing times. It's been posted in the assessments community of practice. The email was sent out to the program directors. I'm going to put Tracy and Robin's email address in the chat pod. If you weren't aware of this or you need more information, I'm going to put their emails in the chat pod and you can reach them directly. They're just not available to be on the call this afternoon. Thanks, Laura.
Thank you. Moving on, we have a couple of slides for Katie now, who's going to talk about some stuff that's happening with the PD portal. Katie?
Howdy, everyone. Our post-production team is happy to announce that we have a couple new courses published this month. You can register for them in the PD portal today. They are Stakeholder Integration Virtual Conference, Perspectives on Establishing Relationships as a New Director, Manager Monday, Post-Exit Strategies, Workforce Wednesday, The Future of Jobs and Where to Find Them, Workforce Wednesdays, Employability Skills, What Employers Are Looking For When Hiring for Entry-Level Positions. All right. This is also just a reminder that DL Academy 3 is no longer available to your staff as it will be undergoing some updates soon. If someone has it on their transcript, they can continue working on it, but it will not be available to register for or to assign. We will provide more details on the changes in the near future. All right. Did you know that we offer gamified professional development? The Tech Integration Coach Pathway is a great way to establish your tech skills, earn badges, and dive deep into the ISTE standards for students, educators, and coaches. Or perhaps you have a staff member that would be perfect for this pathway. The first level, Apprentice 1, is available to anyone in the PD portal. As you can see, once you move past Apprentice 1, this becomes a much bigger project. Apprentice 2 and onward requires program approval due to the long-term and time-intensive nature of the pathway. If you have questions on the Tech Integration Coach Pathway, please feel free to reach out to Laura or myself at pdportal@tamu.edu, and we will be happy to answer any questions.
All right, and then the next one's mine. So to kind of piggyback, I missed it whether or not Katie said this, but back here with the Tech Integration Coaches, Apprentice 1, the whole, all of Apprentice 1 is North Star stuff. And so to go into North Star, we have recently discovered that North Star has a handful of external resources that are publicly available. And these are really great resources for basic computer skills, basic tech skills. And it's just kind of something we wanted to bring to everyone's attention as an option. So if you have any staff members or even any students who really struggle with some of these basics, this would be a really great thing to great information to share out with your program. And we do have a URL that we'll post in the PD portal. One thing that I really like about these North Star external resources is that they're presenting the information in a variety of ways. So sometimes you are watching a video, sometimes it's audio, sometimes it's a interactive activity, or it's something that you're reading, an article perhaps. And these are not resources that North Star has created. They are resources that North Star staff have really high quality resources that they've found and compiled to fit into helping with these basic tech skills. So it looks like Deb just put that URL in the chat pod if you want to grab it and share it out with your staff. Again, it's a really great resource. And we have another question answer slide.
It's a lot of information to take in today. This one seems to be filled with lots of new stuff. So as you're thinking, as we continue with the presentation, if you still think of a question, please put it in the chat pod for me.
All right, we'll go ahead and keep moving forward. We are almost done here. So again, if you've got those questions, get them in the chat pod so we can make sure to help get you taken care of. And we are moving on to Katie to share some exciting new resources.
Hi, it's me again. I am very excited to announce this new resource that is specifically designed for PD coordinators who are either new to the role or who just need a refresher on how to best utilize the PD portal. So I've had a small group of people kind of help look over this resource and give me some fantastic feedback. I would love for you guys to check it all out for yourself at the link provided on the screen. I'll also put that in the chat pod here in a few minutes. Examples of topics covered include your abilities in the PD portal, running reports, using the admin tab to search for accounts, using My Team, and assigning training to staff. When you visit this page, there are green phrases or words that are hyperlinked to instructional PDFs to help guide you. They basically give you step-by-step instructions on how to do these things in the portal that you have access to. You can also leave feedback by clicking on the Google form at the bottom of this page when you go to the link, and it's just to give me information on how I can continue to improve this resource for you. I truly hope that you all find this very helpful. Okay, back to or over to Learn It Live. We had a better turnout in September, but please continue to share our Learn It Live sessions with your staff. It's a very helpful resource for anyone who uses the PD portal. Our next session is coming up on Tuesday at noon on the events calendar. Registration is also available in the PD portal under the events calendar. November dates will be added to the calendar very soon. Just as a reminder, each week's topic will focus on a different area in the PD portal. We've already started to repeat topics, so just be aware of that. It is important just to note that these are short webinars. They include no PD credit. They're just for information. But they target efficiency and navigation strategies to ensure a positive experience in the PD portal. If you have questions about a session, or if you have an idea about possibly creating or helping us come up with another topic to cover in the PD portal, please feel free to email us at pdportal@tamu.edu. Again, we really hope and encourage your staff members to attend, especially those struggling in the PD portal. We will be happy to help build their confidence. Thank you, Laura.
You are welcome. And to just kind of piggyback off of and reiterate something that Katie said, what we've been doing so far is kind of recycling topics based on what seems to be the need from the field. So if we see a particular issue creeping up over and over again, then we'll plan that into our upcoming Learn It Live sessions. But again, we are open to new topics and ideas. I know that we've got a new one coming up next month that is specifically going to be about the updated training details page. So keep an eye out for that. But again, if you've got ideas or suggestions, a particular pattern or issue that you're seeing at the local level with your folks, please let us know and we will get it out there and available for everyone.
Hey, Laura.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
sorry. Yeah, I was just going to let you know, Eva was clicking on the link for the Wakelet. Did anybody else try that link in the chat pod for the Wakelet that Katie?
Yeah, I tried it. It looks like Liz tried it and says it's okay. I tried it too when I saw that she said that.
Okay.
It looks like
Okay.
Katie posted it again, but we can get with Eva if we need to
Okay.
try to get that taken care of.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Is there anything else that's come up or
Nope.
any hands that are up?
Everybody's been kind of quiet.
All right. Well, we hit them quickly with a lot, so.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all, I'll get this recording pulled down from WebEx either later this afternoon or early tomorrow morning and put in the PD coordinator's COP. So if you are fuzzy on anything that we talked about later and you need to go back and review it, you can look in the PD portal, PD coordinator's COP for the recording. Otherwise, you can always contact pdportal@tamu.edu if you have questions, and we will make sure that your question gets to the right person. But I think on that note, we're all done for today.
Anybody have any other questions before we end for the day? It's a very quick one. Lots of stuff. Lots of good resources, too. So just like Laura said, email us.
All right. Well, we'll call it a wrap. Thank you all so much for joining us this afternoon. We hope you have a great rest of the day, and holler if there's anything we can help you with.